Good afternoon. This video is intended to give you a high-level overview of how to construct a portable shelter for a homeless veteran. In this presentation, you will see both the completed unit as well as step-by-step actions that you need to take to construct one of these portable shelters for a homeless brother or sister veteran. This program is brought to you by Veterans for Peace, Homeless Veterans Working Group, and Turtledove Shelters. This is a fairly simple project. It looks complicated, but as you can see from this slide, it can be built by almost anyone using all sorts of different materials. This is what our completed Turtledove shelter looks like. There may be some terms in this presentation that are new to you, but as I've said before, we have full plans and material lists for you to use, so this is not a complicated process, although at times it may look that way. The Turtledove shelter is fully insulated on the bottom and on all sides. Makes it comfortable down to about 20-25 degrees. One of the big advantages of the Turtledove shelter is that the homeless veteran is off the ground and not subject to the moisture. As you can see, after the frame is constructed, the insulation is cut into each of the voids and placed in there for installation of the coroplast exterior weatherproofing. The Turtledove shelter has a side door, a roof vent, vents on either side of the front, and a back door. The back door allows the occupant to place their gear inside at the rear of the Turtledove shelter while still maintaining sleeping room in the front. The aluminum front detail is a bit complicated, but what you do is you actually make the bend for the bottom as your first activity, and then bend it over the front wood piece and connect it to the top. This Turtledove is just about ready for installation of the coroplast side panels. We use a caulk called Geocel 4500 as the adhesive, and we also use that as the caulking for any openings that we might create, such as the curved front zip tie openings. This detail shows how we use one clamp to grab onto the coroplast roof and then a second clamp to hold that clamp in place so that the top of the unit, the roof, does not move around while we're doing the zip ties on the inside, and that way the roof stays aligned with the sides of the Turtledove shelter. This is what we call the landing gear, which are the front feet of the Turtledove shelter that are put down when the unit is being used as a shelter or picked up and locked in place when the shelter is being towed by the bicycle. As this slide says, we have an original hitch detail, which are shown on the following slides, but we also have a newer steel version. So if you have access to a welding shop, or if you're a relatively skilled welder yourself, you can make the steel hitch, which actually works much better than the original hitch and is much, much easier to install. Here's the new steel version of the hitch. And it hitches right onto the axle of the bike, so there's no additional luggage rack or steel fabrication that is necessary. If you have any questions about how to build one of these, you can get a hold of us at turtledoveshelters.com or turtledoveshelters@gmail.com. Thanks for your time and attention. We appreciate it.